Hey, beautiful people. Welcome back to my channel. I guess you can call it a podcast. You guys, we are here today to talk about the Joe Budden podcast. But not only that, I hate to admit that this episode is probably going to be all about Parks. All about Parks. Why? Because he was stuck in Turks, which is episode 952. It's called Stuck in Turks. Parks was stuck for an extra week out in Turks. Who does that? However, I don't care. I don't give a shit. But I tell you who does care. Everyone else in the Patreon comments. Because when I tell you, there was not one comment that didn't say, oh my God, I can't hear. Where's Parks? Oh my God, this sounds terrible. Where's Parks? You guys, I couldn't tell the difference. All I know is, the intro music was a little low because something came on that I tried to turn up and I was like, that didn't work. And of course we can hear Ice, because why doesn't he just move the goddamn mic away from his mouth when he's freaking saying these raps, looking a mess. Ice just be looking a mess. We gonna get back to Ice and what y'all did to his big ass head. Y'all just blew his head up even more than it already is, but we gonna get back to that. But yeah, back to the Patronis and the comments and oh my God, it's so terrible. Where's Parks? Give Parks a raise. We need Parks. We can't survive without Parks. So let's get to it. Parks was stuck in Turks. So there was no real engineer. Apparently they had to call someone a backup plan called Neff. And I felt kind of bad for him because Mark let it be known as soon as it came on that they had already been there for 3 hours. They had already been there for 3 hours and they were trying to get shit working. So we find out that he was just fucking up. Flip comes on telling the whole thing like, yeah. And you know, what's up with white people don't know how to read the room? He's acting like we're with him. And no, we're not with you, buddy. And the guy is like, yeah, it's just not working. And he's looking around like he wants people to just be like, oh yeah, that sucks. No, that's what you're here for. Make it work. Make it work. However, I blame Joe. Like, this is a big broadcast, as he always says. Have a backup plan. Have someone else there. Like, why are you solely, what is the word that I am looking for? Shit. Dependent. Found it. Sorry, guys. I'm not cutting that out. Why are you solely dependent on Parks for these things? And when I say have a backup plan there, I don't mean like there every day. I just mean have someone come in, train on it so that when Parks does go on vacation, I understand he rarely goes anywhere or whatever, but you don't want to really just depend on one person for anything. Like, you really don't. So now he's screwed, and now Parks does seem invaluable because he can't even take a break without the Patronis having a fit. Y'all, they was making me so mad dragging it with the whole, oh my God, I can't, like all the whining in the goddamn comments. I'm like, suck that shit up. I don't give a shit about Parks being gone. He can be gone for 2 more weeks for all I care. I'll make do. It's fine. But anyway, we move. All right, after that, we got a behind the scenes episode. And just rounding up that Stuck in Turks episode, it was a pretty fun episode. We had Ice there, Ish there, Mark, Flip, and Joe, and they did a pretty good job at keeping it fun and light. It was cool. But then we had behind the scenes, nothing at all really happened except Ish was once again helping Mona out and like wiping stuff off her shirt for her, buttoning her shirt for her. And people in the comments were just like, oh yeah, he hit that. He hit that. I don't think he hit that, you guys. They were also really mad that Mona kept going through and opening cabinets and not closing them, which is so funny. People are so observant. But I went back and she did. She did, and it was so irritating. It was like, why are you doing that? She would look through a cabinet and leave it wide open. Girl. But yeah, other than that, I don't really see anything that happened. I can't wait to see the behind the scenes on the them trying to get the system working with the guy Neff or whatever. I hope they show us that because I'm sure that was pure comedy. All right, next up we have a Patreon episode, Professional Music Listener, featuring Best Dressed, and they look like Ren and 10. The Boy Is Mine from Brown Sugar, you guys. Like, they just looked a mess. And I guess one of them was Trinidad James. I fast forwarded, but then people were like, oh, it was a pretty good interview. So I let it play for 2 seconds, like a couple days later. Well, last night to be exact. I let it play for about not even 2 minutes. And he said nigga about 1,200 times. And I was like, no thanks. Now, I'm not saying that I have a huge issue with the word, even though I don't love it. I say it sometimes when I'm trying to be funny or rude or something like that. But I mean, for him to just constantly say it over and over and over, it was just like too much. But yeah, they looked a mess and I don't understand why they were there. So everybody was upset. People were pissed off. And then we get to today's episode where we find out Joe wasn't going to be there. We had no Mona all week. So no Mona, that's already a problem for me. Then we had no Joe. I don't know what really happened on this episode, you guys. So I am going to just skip past it because I have no idea. And then I think we got like 30 minutes of the regular pod. Nothing really happened. But yeah, on the next one we have what is it, Nipsey Hussle's brother or somebody or whatever. I don't know. And frankly, I don't care because all these guests is just ridiculous. And then we had no Mark. I'm fine with that. We had no Joe, no Flip, no Mona, nobody except Ice being the A mic. And this brings us back to me saying what people did to his head. This man thinks he is really all that at this point. Like, you can't stop him. He is allowing them to get jokes off on him. He's up there trying to tell stories. We have to listen to that voice so much more now. It's driving me absolutely crazy. I can't wait until this month is over. And from what I heard, they're going to already give it to Parks for being stuck in Turks, I guess. I don't know. And then let's get back to Parks with being stuck in Turks. He was still partying for a week. He paid a lot of money. He was at the Palms. That was that. I don't give a shit about Parks and Rim. Like, sorry, guys. And I'm trying not to be super negative, but there's nothing really positive, you all. The only positive thing I saw was everybody in the Patreon comments saying how they're going to downgrade a tier or either cut it off for right now just to teach Joe a lesson, because he's really basically just doing whatever he wants to do, which, yeah, he can. It's his channel, but come on. People just get this stuff and just totally forget what got them to where they are. It wasn't guests. It wasn't all these people on here that we don't want to hear from. Like, at some point, you have to go back to what originally worked. So, all right, before we end, let's talk about Mark real quick, you guys, because I am once again enjoying him. I have to admit, as much as I hate to admit it, I am enjoying him again because his jokes are just jokes. Like, they're just shade. They're just jokes. He's not constantly coming at Flip like, oh, you're dumb, you're stupid. He's just giving regular old mean but funny jokes, not really making fun of people. And I'm enjoying that again. The stuttering, he still needs to slow down some or whatever. I still want him to be a little quieter. He's just loud for no reason, but I'm enjoying him again. He's really leaning into the joke of his wife getting her shit off and doing whatever she wants to do. He's always talking about her personal trainer. She's with her personal trainer. She's at a convention, and now the whole narrative is that she's always at convention. She's doing whatever, but she's in New York for a week, staying in a hotel. He's really leaning into it, but two things can be true at once. She can technically still be getting her shit off, and he's now leaning into it as a joke because he is just a good potter. So he kind of took a little bit of the sting away from the whole narrative. It's fine. The other thing Mark is doing that's driving me crazy is clipping up some shit. But when I tell you that is working for him, his regular pod, I don't know if his Patreon or his regular pod channel was doing numbers, but I can say that every 2 minutes he is putting up a clip, a Joe Budden clip. Like, he is really making money off of this situation. And I guess, listen, he paid out $500 to clip up shit, and it actually seems like it's very oversaturated now, you guys. All these people are paying this $500 that a lot of people thought was way too much. It is to me. I wouldn't do it. But I mean, I guess if it's working and you're going to make a lot of money off of it, then go for it. However, it is really becoming oversaturated with Joe Budden clips. Like, all I'm seeing on my timeline on YouTube is Joe Budden clips, and it's like, okay, enough. So yeah, they're either gonna run him into the ground fast or something. I don't know what's gonna happen. We'll see. Okay, before we get out of here, I do want to give credit where credit is due, which is today's episode with Ish, Ice, Imani, and Park still holding it down when no one else was there. After the guests left, they still stayed for a decent amount of time. I think like 30, 45 minutes, something. Whereas, if Mark would have been there, he'd have been trying to get them out immediately. So they still attempted to have conversation and pod without anyone really being there. So shout out to them for that. But yeah, you guys, that's it. That's it. Let's see what happens, Wednesday? And I'll be back. If you are new to the channel, please consider subscribing. We would love to have you be part of the Beautiful People family. Like the video, you guys. It's absolutely free of charge. Oh, it's free of charge to subscribe and like the video, but liking the video helps to push it out to other people. So please do. And yeah, subscribe if you are new to the channel. We're trying to get to 1,000 as soon as possible. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Smooches.